Hey, we all hit a bump in the road from time to time, right? But a lot of the time, the problem is that we let that bump turn into a huge mountain that feels impossible to move, right? We need to shrink that mountain down into a small pebble so we can just throw it out of our way. When you hit a financial setback, you have to make it your mission to bounce back. We have to continue to grow in every aspect of our life, family, and that includes financially. So if you hit a setback, you need to be willing to do whatever it takes to get back to where you were and to even past that. Do you need to cut back on some of your spending? Do you need to walk more places so that you can save money on gas? Maybe you need to get a cheaper place. Maybe you need to eat a couple cheap meals a week so that you could save some extra cash in those areas, right? You can't worry about what other people are going to think about you because you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you, right? They're not going to be asking why you're doing this and why you're doing that when you're living your dream life. Now, are they? No. They're going to be asking, how did you do it? How did you do it? And you're going to be able to tell them, like, I made the sacrifices. I did what I needed to do to get to where I need to go. Family, a lot of the time, we know exactly what we need to do. We're just not willing to do it, you know? So, when you hit those financial setbacks, get motivated. Do what you have to do to not stay stuck in that situation and to let that bump turn into a mountain. Instead, put the work in to shrink that bump into a pebble and get it the frick out of your way. All right? Evaluate your life. Do you need to go get a side hustle? Do you need to pick up a second job? Do it. You have to be willing to make these changes because your setback is temporary. But you can make it into a long-term issue if you don't tend to it. If you just close your eyes and act like it's not there, it will become a long-term problem. Okay? Don't act like you're somewhere that you're not. You have to accept your situation. Sometimes people make their situations worse by not accepting them. They're trying to act like they're, living this way when they're really not. And when you do that, you're blocking any type of help, any type of aid that was meant to come to you because you're acting like you don't need it. Because you're too good to need help. But you do. You have to accept where you're at and accept that you need help. And then accept the help that comes to you. All right? So accept where you're at and be confident in where you're at. Because then you can take the steps you need to take to improve your situation. You need to make a plan. Yes, things might not change overnight, but without a plan, it's the blind leading the blind. So if you have a plan on from where you're at to where you want to go, you have a clear vision on what you need to do to get there. Once you have a vision, all you have to do is make it reality by actually taking those steps. Okay? Cut out the things that you don't need, that aren't necessities. All right? If you're struggling or if you hit a bump in the road, you don't need to indulge on luxuries right now. You need to focus on getting yourself out of that hole. Because you have to understand things are temporary. There's a time, a place, and a season for everything. And when you're struggling, when you're down, when you've hit a bump in the road, is not the time, place, nor season to be balling out, to be doing luxury things, to be splurging. It's not the time for that. And that's something you have to learn and accept about your life, that it's going to come in seasons. All right. For example, you want to be entertained all the time, but you also want to not have to struggle. A lot of people will just not accept their situation and go out and get entertained. They blind themselves, they drug themselves, they drink themselves so they forget about this situation and they never fix it. It turns into a long term thing. And now you have to continuously drug yourself up or drink yourself up. So you keep forgetting the situation that you didn't deal with back when you should have dealt with it. Let me tell you something. Some of y'all are poor, acting like you're rich, spending like you're rich, but don't have no investments, no business, no stock, no nothing. So let me tell you right now, I don't care how much money you make. If you're not having money make money for you, you're poor. I don't care. Let's give an example. Say you make 5K a month. Let's say you make 10K a month. If you're spending 10K a month or close to 10K a month, you're poor. I don't care that you make 10K a month. It should be really like you're making 10K and you're taking 5K of that at least to invest so that it's making money for you. These are the mindsets that we need to have. And if you want to be able to spend $10,000 a month, you need to make more than 10,000, boy. You can't make 10K and spend 10K. So, two things, family. If you are in a tough space in life, accept where you are. Make a plan for how you can get from point A to point B. Follow those steps. Ask for help if you need help. Ask friends. Ask family. Look for resources. Ask for help. Be confident in yourself and don't feel like you're less of a person for asking for help. We all need it from time to time. It's okay. But if you're going to let your pride get in the way of you getting to where you need to go, well, then that's your problem. All right, family, it's all love. Peace. Like I always say, go take action. Don't just watch. I'll catch y'all in the next vid.